What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how to run a 5-yard out versus a press coverage DB. So we're going to be talking about things you can do when you have to run a 5-yard out versus an outside shade or head-up press and man coverage defensive back, and how you guys can create as much separation as possible. So I hope this video helps you guys out, teaches you a few new things about the wide receiver position and how you guys can get better press releases. But also, fellas, we just released today our new and improved 4-week wide receiver on-field workout schedule 2.0. So from the 1.0 program to this one, the difference is this a much more advanced 4-week schedule. So we give you 4 weeks of specific daily step-by-step drills with sets, repetitions. We give you a full hour-and-a-half video breakdown of each specific drill. We talk about the importance and show live full-speed examples of each one. So check out that very first link in the description below if you guys want to get access to our 4-week on-field wide receiver workout schedule 2.0 advanced version. Very first link below. Let's get started with this video. So first things first here with Claypool, he decides to go with a dive release. Okay, so what is a dive release? A dive release is where you're pretty much, it's exactly how it sounds. You're pretty much just diving to the inside and getting this DB to jump, right? So a dive is, everybody knows what a diamond release is, I'm hoping, because we've talked about this on the page before. That's when you have like an inside shade DB. You take 3 steps to the outside like you're selling fade. DB commits his hips, then we slip back underneath on a slant. That's pretty much what this is. Now we have an outside shade a little bit, or kind of head up DB. That's when we would want to use this. We don't want to use this specific release when I have an inside shade DB. So you see Claypool, he kind of gives a little hesitation, then he dives straight to the inside. And I want you to see what makes this guy jump, what makes him commit his hips to this specific release is because his hips and his shoulders are both committed on this 45. And you guys can get your pad level and your body language to say that you're trying to cross this guy's face, and you actually have speed and have enough change of direction ability to change direction on a dime while you're crossing this guy's face. That's going to get you a lot of space, right? Because the goal is to move him off this platform. It's no different than, like, let's say when you have an outside shade DB and press, it's no different than when you're maybe in the middle of the field, you have an outside shade DB and you have to run a 10-yard out. What would you do? You'd want to attack his inside shoulder. You'd want to attack like half of his body to get him to turn his hips to the fade, and then I slip back underneath on the 5-yard out. Same principle applies when it's press. We just have to work in like a smaller space. We have to work in this phone booth, if you will, right? So Claypool, when he does that dive release, it's super important that you guys are able to put the brakes on suddenly, because like if you guys can't sell the route with your speed being in stride, having good body language, and you just can't do it because you don't have sudden enough change of direction, you have to slow down, you have to chop your steps, you're not going to get any space. That's not going to be long enough to sell the route. That's not going to be enough to get this DB off the platform. So Claypool does a great job of putting the brakes on and then obviously swatting this DB by. Now, when we swat a DB by, it's super important we attack the points of control, right? Either the back of the hip, back of the shoulder, or back of the elbow. Those are the 3 points that I'd like to aim for in this specific situation. So that's the same if I'm running like a hitch route and I got this DB inside shade and I have to throw him by. If I'm running maybe like a dig route and he's inside shade, it's the same principle. Back of the shoulder, back of the hip, back of the elbow. Those are the 3 spots that I want to attack. And then obviously Claypool's able to swat him by, and you see how much he was able to commit to this thing, how much separation we were able to get simply because his hips and his shoulders, his body language was committed on this dive release. He stayed in stride and we got the DB off the platform. This is not the only release you can use, but this would have to be my favorite release to use when you're pressed up, outside shade DB, and you have to run this 5-yard out. Or we could do it against a head up DB, right? Because we can't just run to the 5-yard out. We can't just, he's outside shade for a reason. He's going to protect that outside. So if I just take off and go try to run it, he's going to get right in my hip pocket, reroute me, or the quarterback's not going to have any space to make this throw. So I got to come with something like that dive release, or maybe some release where you close the space with him, but we have to threaten him inside. We have to threaten this half of his body to get him to jump when I have a 5-yard out versus press. Let's watch the thing again, full speed. Great job by Claypool, diving to the inside, swatting him by, then accelerating out to create some space. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Always appreciate the feedback and hearing what you guys have to say. So I definitely appreciate it. And again, fellas, 4-week wide receiver on-field workout schedule, step-by-step daily schedule for 28 days, 4 weeks of workouts. We give you all the specific drills, mapped out sets, reps, rest periods, and we include an hour-and-a-half video breakdown where we talk about each drill, explain the importance of each drill, and show full speed examples of each drill. So check that out below, very first link. I'll see you guys next time.